Greetings, Silver Screen Suppers Clubbers. If you've been making Anne's tamale pie, hope you've been listening to Mr. Rathbone's playlist as you've been cooking. If not, perhaps you'll have it on when you make the Mrs. Robinson #1 cocktail. Okay, here we go. I'm channeling Mrs. Robinson. I've tried to do the hairdo. What do you think, Mr. Rathbone?
I like it.
He likes it. Obviously a black dress and a nice ocelot coat is what she's wearing when she goes and meets Benjamin in the hotel bar. So yes, that is what I'm channeling as I make you this Mrs. Robinson #1. Now, the most appropriate cocktail to have with the graduate is of course a martini, because Mrs. Robinson in the bar with Benjamin says to the waiter, "Waiter, I'll have a martini." No please and thank you from Mrs. Robinson. I was going to try and invent a martini called the no please and thank you martini, but you know, a martini is a martini. I expect Mrs. Robinson would like it very cold, very dry, probably with an olive rather than a lemon twist, but who knows. So if you're a fan of the martini, have one of those, but this is an alternative. So this cocktail was invented by Max Warner, I think his name's Max Warner, who was a mixologist at the Long Bar of the Sanderson. Now, Sanderson is a very chic boutique hotel in London, and you can tell it's posh because it's just called Sanderson, not the Sanderson Hotel, not even the Sanderson, but just Sanderson. So I think the Long Bar at Sanderson would have been somewhere Mrs. Robinson would very much like to hang out. So here's how you make it. You put some ice in your cocktail shaker, plenty of ice, and then you pop in 8 raspberries. You know what, I'm wondering now, 6, and then you muddle them. But you know what, I don't know whether you can muddle them when the ice is already in there. Oh yeah, you can. So I bought this muddler ages ago, never used it. You might want to muddle your raspberries before you put the ice in actually, but muddling is just basically mashing them up a bit, which is what I've done. So they're a bit mashed up. Okay, so you mash up your raspberries, so that's 8 raspberries, and then you add 60 millilitres of bourbon, 30 millilitres of framboise or raspberry liqueur, 7.5 millilitres of lemon juice, half a millilitre is hard to measure, so 7-ish, and 7.5 millilitres of cane sugar, which I've weighed out for us. So there goes the bourbon, there goes the framboise, there's the lemon juice, and this is cane sugar syrup. Sugar syrup is really easy to make. There's loads of recipes for it online. It's just sugar and water basically. You dissolve the sugar in the water. But if you're lazy and you make a lot of cocktails, as I do, get yourself a bottle. Saves you the effort. Okay, so I'm going to shake it up. You can't help smiling whenever you're shaking a cocktail. So when your cocktail shaker is frosty, that's how you know cocktail is ready. And Max says you should serve it in a glass with lots of ice and a straw. Now, I was going to pour it, but then do you keep the raspberries in the cocktail shaker? Do they just flavour it? I'm guessing. Garnish with some fresh raspberries. No, it's not coming out. Should have tested this before I did the video, shouldn't I? What would you do, Mr. Rathbone?
I don't know. It's my
I think
first time.
you probably need one of those barman's tools that you put over the top of your cocktail shaker. I'm getting it all over the place. Let me concentrate. There we go. I don't want to put all the ice that's in here. Some of the raspberries going in. let's give it a taste. So you top up with some soda water. Basically, I have some water that I fizzed in my soda stream because I love my soda stream. And then garnish with raspberries. I'm just going to pop 2 in there. So there is your Mrs. Robinson #1. I'm going to read the instructions again and make sure that I put in the notes if I've done this a bit wrong. But I haven't tried one before, so let's see what it's like. Oh, that's really nice. So it's obviously raspberry-ish, but it's not tart because it's got the bourbon in, and the lemon juice and the sugar water. That is really tasty. I like that, and I'm not usually a fan of a fruity cocktail, but I say Max of the Long Bar at Sanderson, bravo. I have been to the Sanderson once when I was in a job where clients used to take me to very nice places. I don't remember much about it because I think I may have had a few cocktails, but I hope you enjoy your Mrs. Robinson #1. I don't know if there's a Mrs. Robinson #2, I'll find out. So a martini, it's very easy to get non-alcoholic gin and non-alcoholic vermouth these days. So if you're not a drinker and you're not drinking for whatever reason, you could always make yourself a non-alcoholic martini. It's a very elegant drink. So cheers, my friends. Hope you will enjoy The Graduate. It's a bit of a modern one for Dinner and Mover. It's 1960s, but yes, so hope you enjoy it, and bottoms up. See you next time. Bye.